In part 6, the last part of this talk, I am going to describe some lightning phenomena that have been observed on other planets. Let's start from Saturn. These two images were taken by the Cassini spacecraft on the day side of the planet in March 2011. As you can see in image 1, the yellow arrow is pointing at a blue spot, but in image 2, which was taken 30 minutes later, that blue spot has disappeared. Actually, scientists think that that blue spot is evidence of lightning happening on Saturn. Another interesting feature of this planet, even if this is not strictly related to lightning but still related to storms, is the so-called Saturn's hexagon. This is a huge storm which is going on at the north pole of Saturn, and as you can see, it has an hexagonal shape. Scientists have been investigating the origin of this shape for a very long time, and they concluded that it might be due to the difference in the speed of the winds that are circulating inside the storm. Let's move to Jupiter. In August 2020, the Juno spacecraft spotted two lightning events going on Jupiter. These are the two bright spots that you can see in the figure on the right. Moreover, in October 2020, the same spacecraft spotted elves and sprites in Jupiter's atmosphere. And this is very exciting because it was the first time that upper atmospheric lightning phenomena were actually seen on a planet different from Earth. The curious thing about lightning on Jupiter is that since the Jupiter's atmosphere is rich in oxygen, we actually expect lightning strikes to look pink and elves and sprites to look blue instead of looking red like they do on Earth. What about Mars? Well, Mars is characterized by water clouds, but these are very few and usually clustered to specific spots of the planets. So the lightning phenomena on Mars are usually associated to dust storms. On June 8, 2006, the Mars Orbiter camera spotted this very huge dust storm that you see in the figure on the right, and also an evidence for lightning. But that was the only evidence for lightning ever found on Mars. Scientists think that the production of lightning strikes inside dust storms on Mars is very rare because of the low pressure of Mars's atmosphere. In fact, the low pressure makes it difficult for dust particles to rub against each other and gain charge. But we know that that is one of the most important ingredients that we need in order to actually produce a lightning strike. Two other planets are Uranus and Venus. About Uranus, in August 2014, the Keck telescope in Hawaii spotted a few storms on the planet, and I would like to bring your attention to this huge storm here. In fact, if you look at the width of this storm, you can see that it is comparable to the width of the entire planet Earth. So there was a very huge and scary storm going on the planet in August 2014. About Venus, in March 2020, the Akatsuki Japanese spacecraft saw a mysterious flash happening in Venus's atmosphere, but it was not clear if it actually was lightning or maybe a meteor that was crashing into Venus's atmosphere. And in general, it's always been very difficult to spot lightning phenomena on this planet. In fact, the March 2020 event was the first one after a 5-year-long search for this kind of events on Venus. In general, scientists think that lightning on Venus might just be absent, or that maybe these phenomena are again clustered into specific spots on the planets, and that's why it's very difficult to actually observe them. Lastly, Neptune and Mercury. About Neptune, radio signals associated to thunderstorms were recorded back in 1986 by the Voyager 2 probe, but after that no other evidences for lightning have been observed on this planet. While about Mercury, well, this is easy enough because Mercury is actually characterized by a very weak atmosphere, so we don't expect to have clouds, we don't expect to have storms, and we don't expect to have lightning on this planet. So, this is everything we had for today's talk. Please, if you have any questions, just post them down in the comments and we will get back to you. We thank you for your attention and we hope to see you next month. Bye bye.